This video is going to cover how to use your meter. So, to turn on the meter, to start the meter, you simply tap on Options and then tap on Start Trip. And now the meter is on. You can see this display right here. You can actually move this around the screen if you press your finger right here on this area. You can move it around the screen like this. So this is floating on top of everything. So if you go to any screen, no matter what screen you go to, you'll always have your meter there. Now, if you were to be starting a trip from a system trip, so what I just did was a flag trip, right? I had to walk up and I just turned on the meter. You can see now it's incrementing for my wait time since I'm not moving right now. But this is a flag trip, so that's how you start that trip. But if you were to receive a system order, you would also see a start trip button on the order details when you are assigned the call. So the meter is now on. You can see it says flag trip, pickup, passenger, and I'm going to focus on finishing on the details of the meter before I go on to some of the other things on the screen, which we may just put in a different video. But you can expand the meter as well. And so this gives you some additional information. You can see the total fare. You can also see a section down here called fare details. So if you want to expand this section to have a little more visibility because it's a bit tight, you can tap on this little arrow here. So when you tap on that, it pushes everything up. And now I can see my fare details, so the amounts that this trip, the rates for the trip. And you can also tap here to toggle to add fare. So this is particularly important for those drivers picking up or dropping off at airports that have a surcharge. So for example, we have down here an LAX pickup fee, we have a Long Beach fee. So let's pretend we're a Long Beach driver and we're dropping off at Long Beach Airport. We're going to tap on that right there, and we're going to confirm that yes, we want that $2 airport fee applied, and there you go. You now see that we have a $2 airport fee. It'll actually show you a little airport icon as well as the total. So I'm going to hide that again so I have more visibility. And we can also do a flat rate from here. So now let me go ahead and end this trip, and then we'll do another trip with the flat rate. So now I want to time off, right? I'm ready for the customer to pay, or for another case you don't want to charge time, so your time off button is right here, this toggle right here. So tap that, and you'll see this end trip button illuminate. When you press this time off button, it will send a command to the credit card machine in the back seat, known as the PIM, to ask for payment. And you'll want to wait here on this screen at this point, at this juncture, for payment to be received before you end the trip. And once you receive payment, you will receive a payment summary screen, so you'll know that you got paid. But this, again, video is focused on just the meter display itself. So I'm going to go ahead and end this trip. You can see there, it just clears out the trip. And I can go to my call log, view that history there of how much the trip was, some details. And like I said in the last video, this should say payment summary, so you can actually view that screen again of the payment summary. This is an outdated button that is just displaying here because of my test tablet. So we're going to go and start another trip again. I'm going to go to Options. I'm going to go to Start Trip. And this time I'm going to do a flat rate. So if you want to do a flat rate for any trip, you can go again to Add Fare. And then you're going to tap on Flat Rate. And here you can tap on this field to enter the amount you want. So let's say I want to charge $25 flat rate. So dot $25. I think you can just do actually 25. You don't need to put the dot, and just press submit. Whoops, I missed it there. Let's do it one more time. 25 and set. And there we go. You will see that the meter fare has been overridden with the 25, and now we have our flat rate. So also you'll notice that once the flat rate is applied, the time off button turns off because it's a flat rate, so time is no longer being measured. So there is no time to turn off anymore. So then upon pressing end trip is when you'll actually initiate the command to the PIM to ask for payment. So in the case of a flat rate, because the time off toggle is already off, the end trip button becomes the action for asking for payment, and you get this special pop-up that says, if a payment needs to be made, do not end the trip yet. So it's asking, are you ready? No, we're not, because we're waiting for payment. So you'll receive payment while you're waiting on this particular pop-up. And then once the payment comes through, you'll see a payment summary screen display, and then you can go ahead and press yes to end the trip. Please note that if you do end the trip prior to receiving payment, you will not get paid for the trip. So it's very important that you don't end the trip fully until payment is complete on the PIM with a credit card.